What is at stake in Monsoon Session 2025 that we are going to see in Parliament? Will the protests prevail, or this time the reforms will win? What are the big legislations coming up and how they will impact you? The monsoon session of the Parliament has begun today, and we are looking towards 21 sittings in next 30 days. When we are talking about these sittings, they will not just have the opposition in work where they are going to prevail and sit on their protest, but also the government which is coming up with multiple important legislations which are important for you and me. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and today we are going to understand that what should we expect and what should the general public expect in the monsoon session of this particular year in Parliament. So when we talk about this particular session, that becomes more important because this is the first session that is happening after Operation Sindoor, and there will be a notable missing of our Prime Minister in some key sessions. So that is one pointer that opposition will sit with, and there is a possibility that opposition would actively take its role and stand up to the legislation that are coming towards. Other than that, there are certain key important pointers and issues that are expected that they will be raised in this particular session. Definitely there will be conversation about Operation Sindoor and the claim that comes from President Donald Trump about the ceasefire that was apparently brokered by him. But Indian government has been very clear that it has been their own sovereign matter and the decision has not been brokered by any third party. Other than that, the revision of electoral rolls that is going on in Bihar is going to another notable point on which the opposition might take stand, and that is where we will understand that what is the disenfranchisement that these people are talking about, and this matter will also be highlighted. Other than that, as I have mentioned, Pahalgam terror attack, Jammu and Kashmir's statehood has been in demand, and how the notable missing of our Prime Minister. These are the reasons which could actually wreak disruption in monsoon session, and opposition might be seen in an active role. But the important thing for us to is understand what are the key legislations that are coming up that will affect all of us. So when I talk about key legislation, there are 17 key important items that are going to be presented, and there are 15 bills in front of us that are looking to become an act. Now my question here for you is, first of all, I would like to know that if you are aware that how many sessions of Parliament do they happen. Other than that, are you aware of the methods or the procedure that is used to make a bill into an act? So that we are clear that you will be able to understand all of this. So when we talk about the bills that are going to be presented, there are certain key reforms that are coming. We will be discussing that as well. So when we talk about these key reforms, the first one that is coming is Income Tax Bill 2025, and it has been proposed with the simple goal of changing the outdated laws from the income tax of 1961. It will directly impact every taxpayer, be it salaried person, business person, or the professionals. This is going to change how taxation works in the most fundamental way, and we should be looking out for this to understand how it is going to come along. What are the key changes that are coming in this particular bill? We will be seeing that there will be unified tax year that would be present in front of us. That means there will be no confusion what will be the assessment year and the previous year. Before that, there was a distinction between this. Other than that, simplified language so that there is easy to read tax laws for citizens, and the accessibility or the non-understandability of taxation laws shouldn't be a reason for evasion. So just to make sure that the evasion does not come because of the complexity of the laws, these are being simplified, and digital compliance is going to be pushed for. The only thing that comes in front in terms of challenges is the fact, if we consider this bill becoming an act, we will see that there is a risk of refunds or belated returns that the taxpayers can get. So there can be this particular challenge. Furthermore, it does not mean when we are talking about faster and better assessments that we are looking towards in income tax bill of 2025. They might not be equivalent to faster refunds or any sort of appeal resolution. So these can be the pointers that opposition can take up and the government might have to consider on that. The next important bill that is coming out is the Jan Vishwas Bill, with the aim to ensure that the laws are friendlier, easier for businesses as well as citizens. So basically, 40 plus laws would be changed for industries such as pharma, agriculture, environment, so as to ensure that there is no jail time for minor errors, and the fines will be replacing the imprisonment, and all of this will support the ease of doing business in our country. It will also help in reduction in the court load in terms of pending matters, so the cases will be directly handled by authorities, and it will also give a direct boost to business because there will be easier compliance and growth will be expected better out from this. When we are talking about this particular bill, it comes as a sequel to the initial Jan Vishwas Bill. I hope you are aware of that. And the next important bill that is coming is National Anti-Doping Amendment Bill. Now, this will directly impact all levels of competitive sport and it has direct global relevance. What do I mean by global relevance? When I say global relevance, it basically aligns with World Anti-Doping Authority's code and it will facilitate independent appeals panel. That means there will be fairer and more compliant decisions for athletes. There will be proper legal backing for anti-doping authorities' existence and there will be stronger deterrence also. What do I mean by that? That it will promote the ethical sport culture in our country itself. Hopefully, in terms of outcome, it will facilitate India's image enhancement, especially in global events where we see doping as a phenomena dampening the spirit of competitive sports. This is not all. There are bills like Manipur GST bill, which will align the state tax laws in terms of GST with the national regime. There is taxation bill that will also facilitate further changes in taxation. Then we are also looking towards IIM amendment bill where there will be addition of IIM Guwahati. Other than that, in terms of heritage, we have Geo Heritage Bill in front of us, which will be responsible for protecting India's geo-relic legacy and it will also give a boost to terrorism. Furthermore, we also have Merchant Shipping and Ports Bill, where we will be looking in better port governance, safety and efficiency in trade routes. That all marks the fact that in this particular session, there is a lot that Indian public, those have sent their representatives in parliament, should be actually getting to work because there is a lot that is at stake. It is at this time that India's future in terms of taxation would be outlined clearly. There will be a credibility of electoral process to which the ministers would be giving answers and national security's narrative, and definitely the parliament accountability would be seen. Now, my question to you is, do you really think that the parliament as an institution where it is the role of the opposition to seek answers what the general public is looking for is being fulfilled? And what can be done to ensure that parliament's accountability is assured full time? That was all from my side. Thank you so much.